In 1956, a scientist at Bell Labs wrote down a single equation. He wasn't trying to beat the stock market. He was trying to fix a phone line. But by accident, he built the exact formula that separates every trader who survives from every trader who blows up their account. And right now, in the middle of the biggest AI stock rally in history, almost nobody on Wall Street is talking about it. Today, we're going to steal it back. John Kelly worked on something called information theory, the math of how much a noisy signal can actually tell you. But he realized this idea had a strange side effect. If you know how good your information really is, you can calculate the mathematically perfect amount to bet on it. Not the amount that feels right. Not the amount your gut wants. The amount that grows your money the fastest over time, without ever risking total ruin. That number has a name, the Kelly criterion. And for 70 years, it's been quietly used by hedge funds, professional poker players, and the sharpest people in Vegas. Here's the idea in plain English. Say you've got a coin that isn't fair, it lands on heads 60% of the time instead of 50%. If you bet on heads, you have an edge. The Kelly formula takes two numbers, your edge, and the odds you're being paid, and tells you exactly what fraction of your money to bet. Not more. Not less. In our example, that works out to 20% of your bankroll on every flip. Bet less than that, and you're leaving money on the table. Bet more, and here's the part that shocks people, your long-term growth doesn't just slow down. It can turn negative. You can have a real, mathematical edge, and still go broke, purely because you sized your bets wrong. Let's watch it play out. For bettors, same coin, same 60% edge, 60 flips each. The cautious bettor, putting down just 10% a flip, grows steadily. The Kelly bettor, at 20%, grows fastest of anyone. That's the whole point of the formula. But look at the 50% bettor. Same edge. Same coin. A far wilder ride, and a worse result. And the all-in bettor? It only takes one bad flip. Game over. Zero. This is the part traders forget. Having an edge was never the hard part. Surviving your own bet size is. Translate this to the stock market, and the formula barely changes. Instead of a coin, you've got a stock. Instead of edge, you've got expected return. And instead of fixed odds, you've got volatility, how violently the price swings. The Kelly formula for investing says, size your position based on your expected return, divided by the square of that volatility. Which means the exact same expected return can deserve two completely different bet sizes, depending on how shaky the ride is. And right now, we're watching one of the shakiest rides in market history. Across 2025 and 2026, an enormous amount of money has poured into AI infrastructure, hundreds of billions of dollars from just a handful of companies. The expected return story is genuinely exciting. Nobody's disputing that AI could be transformative. But the Kelly formula doesn't care about the story. It cares about the ratio. And the uncertainty around these valuations, how much of that spending turns into real, durable profit, and how fast, is enormous. When volatility rises faster than your confidence in the return, the mathematically correct bet size shrinks. Sometimes towards zero. Meanwhile, plenty of investors are doing the opposite, concentrating more of their portfolio into fewer AI-related names, not less. That's not a prediction that the bubble pops tomorrow. Nobody actually knows that, including me. It's just the math, quietly asking, if your edge is this uncertain, why is your bet size still going up? Even professionals rarely bet full Kelly, and there's a good reason. The formula assumes you know your edge exactly. In real markets, you never do, you're estimating it, and estimates are wrong all the time. So the people who actually use this professionally usually bet half Kelly, half the formula's suggested size. You give up a little theoretical growth, but you cut your worst-case swings dramatically, and you protect yourself from the fact that your own estimate might just be wrong. In a market where everyone's estimate of how big AI is really going to be is basically a guess dressed up as a spreadsheet, that humility is the whole game. A 70-year-old formula, built to fix a phone line, still has something to say about the biggest tech story on the planet. It was never just about whether you're right. It's about how much you bet on being right. If this kind of thinking is your kind of thinking, subscribe. This is exactly what we do here. And tell me in the comments, are you betting full Kelly on AI, or holding back? See you in the next one.